Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's installation video, it's time to put a new front bumper on my 2025 Toyota Tacoma. So laid out, I have the NYTOP hybrid front bumper. This one is finished off in aluminum. You can also get steel, and there's two different color options for the front tow hooks associated with the bumper. You can get black like I did, or you can get red. And since I'm installing new front tow hooks, I might as well install them in the rear since there are none in the back. I got black to match. You can also get red for those as well. I'll have everything down in the description below where you can get all of these products. This is also made right here in the USA. Everything was packaged very nicely, and this is definitely going to give it a great look. Now I went with the aluminum just for a cool color contrast with the Terra. If you go with steel, it's going to be powder coated black. And as you can tell with the factory front bumper here, it's just plastic. So for the first step in this process, we will be removing this intake duct. There are 4 push pins located throughout it. All you have to do is simply just push the middle of them. You will hear them all click, and then from there we can slowly lift it up without losing those, of course, and we can easily remove that out of the way. So you have one on the very outside, one just to the right of the hood release, one on the left side of the hood release, and then one right in the middle. So you can remove those plus the 2 right in the middle indentions there, and we might as well just remove the 2 in the back. And we can slowly lift this up, and hopefully I can find all of those. So you might want to pop those out before you actually remove this completely. Now we do need to remove part of the grille as well. There are 3 bolts holding it at the top that will utilize a 10mm. We have one on each corner, so on the far edges, and then one right to the left of the hood release. And once you remove all of those, there are a few electrical connections that we do need to disconnect. So we have one on this driver's side, and then there's 2 over on this passenger side. I am going to use a flathead just to help kind of release this tab, and being careful not to break it, I can just try to wiggle it right off just like that. And then when you do have these off, just remember which one of course goes on the top and bottom. They do look like they are different sizes there. So we have bottom and top. So let's jump down to the inner fender liner now. Hopefully you'll be able to see there are 2 bolts that you need to remove with a 10mm. So there's one in the upper section there, and then one right at the very bottom. And then there's 2 plastic tabs that you can see. You'll use a flathead to turn them counterclockwise. And once you turn them about 90 degrees or so, you can take the edge of the flathead and slowly start to pop this out. If it doesn't come all the way out, just keep turning it counterclockwise, and then you can easily remove both of these. Once you have those both removed, it is time to start popping out this front fender flare. There's also a tab located on the very bottom here that you do need to push in. So it has this little push pin on it. If you can't get that, you don't release the very bottom there. And from there, we'll just slowly pull back these tabs. Of course, being careful we don't break anything. And from there, I can actually push the fender flare slightly down since it is a little pliable. And then from here, we can remove this screw here with a Phillips head. And now we'll go up underneath the truck where you will notice there are 2 bolts. There's one right here that I just removed. And then if you haven't cut your truck, there's one that aligns with that hole there. So you can remove both of those. Once you do that, you can gain access to this bolt that is hiding. So then you'll go ahead and remove that. It's a 10mm as well. And then you have 2 up underneath the center of this bumper. You'll notice there's a lot of these tabs here. These hold the front air dam, which I've already removed. But you'll notice there's 2 10mm bolts. So you will remove both of those as well. So the whole front end is basically off the truck. There's only 2 tabs really holding it in place. So I have this carpet down below just to help me in case it does fall one way or the other. It's really just held up now by tabs underneath both headlights. So the easiest way, I got the other side pretty good. It's really just a matter of pulling that out. Okay, there we go. So that just released this side. I already got the other side. So from here, as soon as I get that off, it's probably just a matter of going back and forth now just to see what else might be attached. So now we have a little bit of work to do in order to remove this front bumper valance and separate it from the bumper. There's going to be 10 Phillips head screws and 16 tabs that we need to release. There's going to be 5 of these that we need to reinstall once we take this off. I believe they are going to be the ones that are just behind this radiator support just above the valance. So I'm just going to start going in order and removing all of these. So I'm finding that the easiest way to do this without trying to hold the bumper upright is to just get a hand up underneath the actual front bumper. You can use a flathead to help assist in pushing these pins in, and then with leverage you can actually lift the bumper up and let the front bumper valance kind of just fall down. I believe we do actually have to flip it up because we have to work around the fog lights now, because we are separating the fog light cover from the valance. So this is going to remain on the vehicle. So if we just pop this out slightly, that will help us wiggle the backside of this valance out. So it's just a matter of kind of squeezing that out just like that. So now it's time to start on the reassembly, where I already went ahead and installed a tow hook on the driver's side. Now just above that there is this plastic piece covering the crash bar. It's optional to remove. I think I will remove it just depending on how the fitment is with the new bumper. But we are going to start by removing this factory tow hook. So there is one on both sides. Look at how much smaller it is than these NYTOP recovery points. So much smaller, but we will be reusing the factory bolts in order to install the new ones. So you have two on the outside, two up top, and then the two that are holding this factory hook. There's also a left side and a right side. So you'll notice that there's two different shapes in the upper section here. The circle will indicate that it is on the outside. So this is the passenger side. Look at the difference between this recovery point and this one. This isn't even as big as the circle up front. So we have a lot more structure and rigidity and a lot cooler of a design as well. So with all of the bolts out, we're just going to line this up with those bolts again. Now keep in mind that there's two larger bolts here. This one doesn't have a washer on it. The back two had a washer. Those ones are going to go in the lower section and the very bottom. So they're going to be upright. The larger bolts are also a 17 millimeter, and then the smaller bolts up top are a 14. So you only need two sizes in order to do this. And you do need to torque them down as well. Those torque measurements are in the instructions, so you can read through those and torque them accordingly. So with the recovery hooks installed, you will also remove those white inserts. Those were in the threaded section of those recovery hooks, because that's how we will bolt the hybrid bumper to the recovery hooks. Before we get to that though, we do have to reinstall this entire front fascia. So it is basically going to be the reverse process, of course, of taking it off and then installing all of the bolts on both sides, putting the fender flares back on. So all of the bolts are back together now. Everything underneath the hood is, as you saw, just putting all of those push pins back in. Underneath the bumper, there are two bolts that you need to reinstall to hold this plastic all together. And then I went ahead and removed all of the tabs that were holding the factory screws in. That way I don't lose them. That was the screw that went over each of those. So I'm going to put all of that in a baggie just to save it, because the cool thing with this bumper is that this can go completely back to stock. There is zero cutting in order for this installation. And then from there, we are going to slide the bumper on top of the recovery points. Now with this as well, the kit comes with all of these spacer adapters here, so you can place them on top of the recovery hooks just depending on the fitment. We also have the bolts that require an 18 millimeter socket. So those are going to go through the recovery points and into the bumper itself. So from here, I just want to get a rough fit of what the bumper looks like, and we can adjust the shims from there. And before we show the final product of the bumper up front, let's go ahead and install these rear massive steel tow hooks. Now at the back of this vehicle, you really don't have any at all. So this is going to be beneficial if and when I ever need to use them. Now with the rears, this comes with a few different size bolts that you're going to use. You'll notice these two are a different length. You're going to use the longer bolt at the back hole here, simply because you have more to go through with this. Now when you install these, you also want to use one of the small washers provided. Once you have both of those through, then you are going to add these beefy spacers, where you have two of them to go in between the frame and this recovery point. From here, you can actually kind of wiggle it up through and right in. And then you have two smaller washers that will go on the back side. And then you have the provided nuts that you will attach on the back as well. And just like the front hooks, you have to torque these too. So those are in the instructions. So there we have it, the installation for this new hybrid bumper for the Tacoma, along with the recovery points. Up front, I did end up using 3 of those spacers per side. So the kit came with 6. I used all 6 just to get a slight gap between this trim accent and the bumper itself. So just depending on the looks, how you are fitting it to your truck, you have those if needed. And it definitely looks a lot better. Really nice contrast against the Terra as well. And then with the recovery points in the rear, I can use those as needed. So take a look at the link down in the description below where you can get all of these products. And it was a pretty easy install, less than 3 hours, including filming. So really not all that bad. A lot easier to work up front and no cutting too. So you can go back to stock if and when you want. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with not only our daily uploads, but the rest of the truck build as well. I'll see you all in the next video.